Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Tonight, we're diving into the much-anticipated February 11th, 2025 episode of Wheel of Fortune. Grab your popcorn, because it looks like we're in for a real treat. We have an incredible lineup of contestants tonight. From Los Angeles, California, we have Marcus, a graphic designer with a passion for vintage comic books. Next to him is Sarah, a middle school science teacher from Austin, Texas, who says she's been practicing puzzles since she could read. And rounding out our trio is David, a retired firefighter from Chicago, Illinois, whose grandkids are all cheering him on from home. What a fantastic group. Let's wish them all the best of luck. All right, the first toss-up puzzle is on the board. The category is thing. The letters are popping up. And Marcus buzzes in almost instantly, solves a glimmer of hope. Wow, that was fast. Marcus is on the board with a quick $1,000 and the right to spin the wheel first. Pat Sajak is already joking about how quickly he solved that one. Marcus is looking confident as he gives that iconic wheel its first spin of the night. It's a big spin. And it lands on $700. He calls for a T, and yes, there are two of them. He's up to $1,400 already. He spins again, landing on the $500 next to the bankrupt. A little close for comfort. He calls for an H, and there's one H. He buys a vowel, an E, and there are three of them. The board is starting to fill in nicely. He's on a roll. See what he does next. Another spin, ... and it's the big one, the $2,500 space. The crowd is getting excited. Calls for an R, and bingo. 3 R's. That's a massive $7,500 haul from just that one letter. His total for the round is skyrocketing. Decides to buy another vowel, the A. Vanna White reveals to AS. At this point, the puzzle is looking very solvable. Category is, what are you doing? Marcus is taking his time, looking at the board, and he decides to solve. He reads preparing for a marathon, and that is correct. What an incredible first round for Marcus. He banks a staggering $10,150 in cash. Sarah and David haven't even had a chance to spin yet. Marcus is setting a very high bar for the competition tonight. Now it's time for our second toss-up worth $2,000. The category is place. The letters start to appear. And this time it's Sarah who buzzes in. She solves the winner's circle. How fitting. Sarah gets on the board with $2,000 and will start the next round. She looks relieved and ready to play. The category for this round is same letter. This can be a tricky one. Sarah starts with a spin and lands on $650. She calls for a C, and there are three of them right off the bat. Had a great start for her. She spins again, landing on $500. She calls for an L, and there are two of them. She's up to $2,950. She decides to buy the vowel O, and there are 4 OS on the board. This puzzle is coming together quickly. Sarah spins again, getting another $650. She calls for an S, but unfortunately, there are no SS. That's her first miss of the night, and control passes over to David. It's his first time at the wheel. He gives it a solid spin and lands on $800. He calls a T, but bad luck strikes again, as there are no TS either. It seems this puzzle is trickier than it looks. Control is back with Marcus. He spins and lands on the mystery wedge. Ooh, the big question. Will he risk it? He calls for a B, and yes, there's one B. He's got $1,000 in his hand. Does he flip the wedge? The audience is shouting, flip it, and he goes for it. He flips the wedge, and it's the $10,000. Unbelievable. The crowd goes wild. Marcus now has the $10,000 wedge in his possession. He looks at the board, which reads C underscore 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 C underscore 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 L underscore C underscore LL underscore ON, and he solves it. Classic comic collection. That's correct. And it fits his hobby perfectly. What a round for Marcus, adding another $11,000 to his total. He's now at a commanding $21,150. We're heading into the prize puzzle round, and the stakes are always high here. The category is fun and games. Sarah gets to start this one. She needs to make a comeback. She spins and lands on the express wedge. She calls a G, and there are two of them. She's got $2,000. Pat asks if she wants to hop on the express. It's a huge risk, but she needs to catch up. She decides to go for it. A bold move. First letter. She calls an N, and there are 3 N's. Good. Next, an I. 4 I's. She's on fire. She calls a V. 1 V. Then she buys an A2AS. She's racking up the cash. She calls a D. Just 1. And then a T, also 1. The board is almost full. She solves the puzzle, having a fantastic time, and she is correct. She banks $9,000 cash for that incredible express run. Because it's the prize puzzle, she's also won a trip. Vanna reveals she's heading to Costa Rica, a trip valued at over $8,000. What a comeback. Sarah is right back in the game with a total of $19,000 in cash and prizes. David is still looking for his break, but he's smiling and cheering her on. Great sportsmanship. It's time for our third and final toss-up, worth $3,000. The category is person. Letters are filling in, ... And David gets it. Solves a true gentleman. That's him. David is finally on the board with $3,000, and just in time as we head into our final regular round of play. The speed-up round is here. Pat gives the final spin, and it lands on $1,500. So, vowels are free, and every consonant will be worth $1,500. The category is phrase. David starts us off. He calls for a T. Yes, 2 T's. That's $3,000. He calls an H. 1 H. He's up to $4,500 for the round. He calls an E. Vowels there. He's thinking, but he can't get it. Control passes to Marcus. Marcus calls for an S. No S. Over to Sarah. She calls for an R. 2 RS. That's another $3,000 for her. She looks at the board. Underscore T, underscore, 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 TT, underscore, R, underscore, underscore, ME. She solves it. It got the better of me. Correct. She adds another $3,000 to her total. And that brings us to the end of the main game. Let's look at the final scores. David, you played a great game and are leaving with a wonderful $3,000. Well done. Our top 2 contestants are Sarah with a fantastic total of $22,000 in cash and prizes, and Marcus with an amazing $21,150. It was an incredibly close game, but Sarah is our winner, and she is heading to the bonus round. What a nail-biter. Sarah is beaming as she joins Pat and Vanna at the bonus wheel. She gives it a spin, and it lands on the A in Americas. Let's hope that's a lucky spot. The final puzzle category of the night is Thing. As always, RSDLNA are provided. Vanna reveals them, and we get 1 T and 1 E. Not a lot of help there. Sarah chooses her letters. She goes with C, D, M, and A, a solid combination. Let's see what they give her. The C gives her 1 letter, the D gives her 1, the M gives her 1, and the A gives her 2. The board now reads a per meter underscore D underscore CA underscore underscore A underscore. She has 10 seconds. The clock starts. She's looking intently, sounding it out. Medical ... She's stuck on the last word. A medical bag? No. A medical ... Time's up. So close. Pat reveals the answer was a medical pack. So tough. She was right there. Opens the envelope to see what she missed out on ... And it's the big one. $100,000. Oh, what a heartbreaker. The audience groans, but they give her a massive round of applause. Even though she didn't win the bonus, Sarah is still walking away with $22,000 in cash and a trip to Costa Rica. An absolutely life-changing amount of money and an incredible experience. What an episode. Thrills, big wins, and a fantastic group of contestants who made it a joy to watch. From Marcus's explosive start to Sarah's incredible express run and a nail-biting finish, this was truly a memorable night on Wheel of Fortune. What was your favorite moment of the game? Let me know down in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks so much for joining me for this recap. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss another breakdown. Until next time, keep solving.